House of Representatives recently rejected a bill seeking to entrench a 6-year single tenure for presidents and governors in the country, and that move has become topical among Nigerians. Though not satisfied with the current duration of governance of the executive, the citizens see the move for a single term as a distraction from the current hard economic realities everyone is going through. Correspondent Inabuchi Kenabuchi in this report examines the advantages and disadvantages of the move. The report.
A bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution to create a single term of 6 years for the office of President and State Governors failed in the House of Representatives, as the sponsors of the bill could not gather more to support it through the legislative process. The bill, sponsored by Honorable Ikenga Ugochinyere, sought to recognize the division of Nigeria into the 6 geopolitical zones and provide for the rotation of the office of President, State Governor, and Chairman of local government councils among the inherent regions and zones. The bill also sought to make it possible for all elections in the country to be held on a single day. When the bill, which was scheduled for second reading, was put to vote, the majority of the lawmakers voted against it, killing the aspirations of the motion movers.
I rise to move that a bill for an act to alter the provision of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended to provide for a single term of 6 years for the office of President and State Governors, provide for the rotation of offices of President and State Governors and Chairman of Local Government Council among the inherent regions and zones, and to provide that all elections be held on a single day to be read for a second time. I so move.
Those against you say nay. The nays have it.
Nigerians' reactions, though divided, want the legislators to do more on economic bills and motions instead of wasting time on the length of tenures of the administrations.
Depending on the perspective you are looking at it from. At some point, you may want to consider it that it's a good one, because it will give us an opportunity for a president or a governor to have a 6-year straight plan and be able to design programs and projects that will be for the benefits of the masses at its fresh. But the circumstances within which it came is what I feel, in my own view, that led to the decline, because we are just a year and few months into this current administration.
I don't think the bill is our major problem. Even if the major problem is not how long you stay in the office before you will be able to change things. You can change something within the 4 years. You can change something within that distance. But to be frank, if we'll be able to get it in a single term within that 6 years, then after that one you go. Then you pave way for another people to take over and have a new idea of administration.
I think it's a good decision for Nigeria, in the sense that it's better they just come and waste the 6 years than to come and spend extra 2 years, because it's now a norm, it's now a law that after you have spent 4 good years without achieving anything, you still come back for the election and spend another 4 years, 8 years. But if they do it 6 years, they will just come and waste the time, and they know they're not coming back again.
The 10th Assembly's rejection of the tenure bill is not the first time such a bill is rejected. In 2019, the bill, which was then sponsored by John Dieg from Benue State, also failed to progress to the second reading. Dieg's bill had also considered a 6-year term for members of the National Assembly and State House of Assembly, painting necessary pictures for members of the National Assembly to gain more experience in 6 years instead of 4. According to him, re-election for the president and governors cost 3 times more than the first election and is characterized by violence. A situation Nigerians argued again is not a problem of the 21st century. They believe homegrown democracy is more acceptable than a white goose chase oftentimes embarked upon by the legislature.
To have a desired development for Nigeria, I want to use this opportunity to say Nigeria needs an homegrown democracy. We have our peculiarity. If you talk of keke napep, for instance, now, if you go to India, you see them using keke napep as their major vehicle. And they have the population. So nothing stops us from developing what we can use.
Them at the National Assembly knows what they are doing. They are just turning us. If not, we don't need, the bill is not, they should look for economic problem to the country, not the bill of how long the president will be in the country. Is not the cause. A president who wants to do something, I cannot change something within 4 years. Even if you put the president, give him 10 years, he will not still do it.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar had also proposed a further amendment of the 1999 Constitution and the Electoral Act 2022 to accommodate a single-year, single-term for a president for each of the 6 geopolitical zones. He added that the law must mandate electronic voting and collation of results, compel the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to verify the credentials of candidates, amongst others. The governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, also in June this year, backed the call for a single term for elected politicians. Well, whether good or bad, single or multiple tenures, all Nigerians want is any administration that can build the country's dilapidated infrastructure, reflect the already dying economy, secure the country, create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive, as well as more jobs for the teeming Nigerian graduate who are churned out from tertiary institutions without any job to do. When all this are provided, no doubt the issues of tenure will be a thing of the past.